Moscus or mosches. The order of Ruminaceae furnishes us with an article called musk. కాదు, అది నక్సు మోస్చట, ఇది కస్తూరి. కస్తూరి మాస్టర్స్ అంటే కస్తూరి. నువ్వు చెప్పేది నక్సు మోస్చట, యాజికాయ. Which is obtained from the Moschus mosciferus or musk deer. It is found in a kasturi mrugam. ఇప్పుడు చాలా తక్కువ లేవు, చాలా తక్కువ. దీనికోసం కస్తూరి చాలా కస్తూరి తిలకం చాలా ఫ్రాగ్రెన్స్. It is found in a sac just behind the umbilicus and probably consists of a secretion from the preputeal follicles. The second word, mosciferous, is a necessary qualification since several species of the musk deer as the Tragulus javanicus and the Memina indica are unproved with the musk bearing or unprovided with the musk bearing pouch. పునుగు పిల్లి అంటారు. ఆ పునుగు పిల్లి కూడా దీనిలాగే ఉంటుంది. మస్క్ డీర్ అంటే ఇంచుమించు అలాగే ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని కూడా ఫ్రాగ్రెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. కానీ కస్తూరి చాలా ఫ్రాగ్రెంట్. ఆయుర్వేదంలో బాగా కస్తూరి యూసేజ్ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంది ఆయుర్వేదంలో. అయితే ఇప్పుడు కస్తూరి అని చాలామంది తెలీదు. ఇప్పుడు షాపులోకి వెళ్ళి కస్తూరి అంటే ఉందని చెప్తాడు, వాడిచ్చారే కర్పూరస్ ఎలా చెప్తాడంటే ఇస్తాడు. అది కస్తూరి అందించాడు. ఒకసారి మా కళ్ళెదనకుండానే షాపులో ఇచ్చాడు అలాగా. ఎవరో వచ్చి కస్తూరి ఉందంటే ఉంది అన్నాడు. కస్తూరి ఉందంటే ఉంది అన్నాడు. కస్తూరి కాదన్నాడు. అలాగే ఇంకోటి ఏదో అడిగాడు, అది కూడా తీసుకొని కాదయ్యా కస్తూరి ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి అసలు దాని స్వరూప స్వభావం తెలియదు, ఎలా ఉండదు. కానీ దొరకదు ఇప్పుడు. చాలా కష్టం, చాలా కష్టం. వాటిని ముందే చంపేశారు. వాళ్ళు దేవుడి పేరు పెట్టుకుని వీడు చంపేస్తున్నారు. లేవు అప్పుడు, చాలా కష్టం. So penetrating is the order of the substance that it is with great difficulty removed from a room, even after extensive cleansing and alterations. బాలింతలకి కస్తూరి వేస్తే అసలు బాలింతలకి పూర్వం బాలింతలకి డెలివరీ తర్వాత కస్తూరి చాలా కొద్దిగా మైన్యూట్ డోస్ వేసేవారు. వేస్తే ఇంకా వాళ్ళకి వాతం ధనుర్వాతం ఏం వచ్చేవి. పర్పరల్ ఎఫెక్షన్స్ ఏం రావు. అంత పవర్ఫుల్ అది కస్తూరి. ఇప్పుడు ఎంత ATS ఇంజెక్షన్ చెత్త చెదారం ఇచ్చేస్తారు ఇప్పుడు. సో మాస్టర్స్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఏ deer, from a species of musk deer, and this substance was very much used in the Ayurvedic medicine in the olden days. Nowadays it is mostly extinct because most of the animals are killed. And this substance is very fragrant, so fragrant that it is very difficult to extend the smell from the room, even a little quantity. In the olden days, after the delivery, the women were given a very minute dose of this substance to prevent all the peripheral complications. అదే Moschus is of some value in nervous affections and also in several grave forms of disease. Injected into the veins of animals, it has produced narcotism and with muscular spasms, bloody stools, and finally death. Wood regards its action on man as feeble and uncertain, though he admits its clinical worth when the nervous system is exhausted with accompanying restlessness, etc. Ringer regards it as ill adapted to medicine on account of its sickening odor. Bartholow, Flint, Hammond, and Rosenthal do not use it in the hysteria. German writers Jolly, for instance, admit a temporary benefit from its use in hysteria. Like some American authorities, they employ it more confidently in pneumonia and spasmus glottis. Trossier, with characteristic conversation, rejects the overdrawn laudations of older writers and proceeds in his own unique fashion to define its accurate application to diseases. In our own school, precise prescribing has had its influence in more clearly defining the power of musk and in thus limiting its action within reasonable bounds. The experiments of Jorg and Sundelhin, which Allen has seen fit to incorporate in the encyclopedia, are considered by some to be contradictory. Still, they are not opposed to other provings obtained with potencies or by inhalation, and so are of value and deserve to be retained. Homeopathically employed, Moschus is of use in various affections when the nervous symptoms predominate. The disease, in consequence, does not follow its normal course but remains uncured or develops serious symptoms indicating nervous exhaustion. It is also sometimes called for in hysteria and hypochondriasis. Sudden sensation in the upper part of the larynx as if it closed upon the breath. A kind of cramp in the lung beginning with an inclination to cough, gradually increasing and making him perfectly desperate. Suffocative constriction in the chest. The most important hysterical symptoms of musk are attacks ever to fainting or unconsciousness, coldness of the attacks even attacks even to fainting or unconsciousness, coldness of the surface, pale face, suffocative paroxysms, scolding until she falls unconscious. Compare Castoreum nuxmoschata asafoetida, gum ammoniac, valeriana, ignatia and magnesium muriatica. Camphor antidotes many of the symptoms of musk, especially if unconsciousness and coldness are present. Castoreum is derived from నక్సుమోశ్చట, మోస్చస్, చాలా వెలేరియానా ఇవన్నీ ఒకే, సైక్లామెన్ ఇవన్నీ హిస్టీరిక్స్లో చాలా ప్రామినెంట్గా కనిపిస్తాయి. Castoreum is derived from the perpetual case of the beaver. Like musk, it causes nervousness, twitching and deranged menses. But it is more adapted to the nervous symptoms which precede fully developed hysteria. It suits women who suffer from irritable weakness, abdominal symptoms predominating. Irritable weakness. Change, for example, employs it for a woman who during convalescence from a protracting disease as typhoid, prostrating disease,
such as typhoid fever, suffer from spasmodic affections, twitchings of muscles with extreme exhaustion. The want of nervous reaction therefore tends to prolong convalescence unduly, and castoreum by strengthening the nerves hastens recovery. Aటువంటి కేసెస్లో Trussay employs this remedy for nervous colic with pallor, cold sweat, and sudden loss of strength caused by emotions, chilling the feet, etc. Also for amenorrhea with painful tympani, the menstrual blood owing to uterine tenesmus escapes only in drops. Teste agrees with him in the main. The provings develop a train of symptoms quite consistent with these clinical effects. The woman is nervous, apprehensive, and sad, growing fitful during the menses, tearful pains, better from pressure or rubbing, tearing pressure in different parts during menses, abdomen distended with flatus, dragging in the groins, inclination to stool during menses, cutting about the navel, stools of bloody mucus or of whitish water with burning in the anus, green mucus stool which burn, cutting colic before stool, better from pressure or bending double. A Spanish physician has confirmed the modality of castoreum, relief of pains from pressure, and we may profit from French and Spanish authorities in their treatment of nervous affections, since from national peculiarities they have ample opportunities to treat such cases. The similarities between musk and castoreum are rather in the kind of affections in which they are indicated than in special symptoms. Still, Trousseau places them together in nervous attacks when the aura starts from the abdominal viscera. But only the musk has clearly developed hysterical attacks with pulmonary and laryngeal spasms and unconsciousness. And we may say in passing, only castoreum has cured watery or green mucus stool in delicate nervous children who weaken under summer heat or during dentition, and who will not rally under the usual remedies. Nux mosquita exerts a very novel influence upon the mind. The state varies from a bewilderment in which the surroundings are strange, dreamy, or fanciful, to a condition of absent-mindedness, sleepiness, and finally deep stupor with loss of motion and sensation. Mental state may alternate. At one time she laughs as if everything partook of the ludicrous. She jests even about serious subjects. Suddenly her mood changes to sadness with weeping and loud crying, or her expression grows stupid, all ideas vanish, and she appears as if overwhelmed with sleep. There are likewise errors of perception. A momentary unconsciousness she regards as having been of long duration. Her hands look too large. Objects gradually diminish in size as she looks at them steadily. The bodily functions come under the same influence. Great weakness and bruised feeling of the small of back and the legs. The knees feel weak as after long journey. Prostration, tendency to faint, oppressed breathing, rush of blood to the heart, skin cold and dry, so relaxed that pulse and breath are scarcely discernible. Head drops forward, the chin resting on the breast. Head rolls about as of bulky. Bowels enormously distended with wind as from weak digestion. Even soft stools are evacuated with difficulty. It is this mental and bodily atony which has led to the excellent cures made with Nux mosquita, not only in hysterical weakness but in typhoid fever and cholera infantum. The hysterospasmodic symptoms of the drug are intimately commingled with the above symptoms. Head jerked forward, jaws clenched, heart as if grasped, sudden oppression of the heart with choking sensation, tonic followed by clonic spasms, unconsciousness or fainting.